Titch tactics, Forbes, Messam and Williams, his three toughest forwards. Then it'll be Gillies Kaka at the halfback, and the outside will be Ware, Aki and Baker in the backs. And the Ben Ryan reasoning for this one, without Rawatha, he's number 11, he's injured, is to bring in the Iceman, Ice Katonambau. And there is our referee for this one, Matt O'Brien. He's representing World Rugby these days, resident in Buenos Aires. The referees are going to be announced for the Olympic Games in 24 hours.
Fiji.
Perhaps it's an indication of Matt's hopes. He's resident in Buenos Aires. We are all resident in Hong Kong, as you are at home, for what we hope will be an epic final. Away goes the kickoff from Gillies Kaka. New Zealand in the black, Fiji in the black and white, and they meet again. I'm Keith Quinn, and with me is Carl Tanana, who played in 2 finals here against Fiji in the World Series, and it might have been 3, counting another one before the World Series started. And there is the man they call Ice Katonambau. And this is a running team, feels slightly soft after heavy rain 5 or 6 hours ago, but we can expect a lot of crazy paving in this one. Gillies Kaka trying to get it over the top. Katonambau and Kolinisau in there, and the first stoppage favours New Zealand. Here's Carl.
Yeah, Keith, thank you. Good evening, everyone watching at home. The assignment for New Zealand will be to contain the offloads of the Fiji and cut off the support lines, as they just did with Kurt Baker. Fiji will all want to create 1v1 matchups and play space, not get the close contact.
7 young men from 2 teams on the field going to the sporting, wishing well with this one, and even talking to each other still in the front rows. Sonny Bill Williams in the conversation there with Apaso Dumalele. Gillies Kaka away to Kurt Baker, out into the midfield, where it's been a big decision made by Coach Titchens to bring in Peter Aki for his hard driving play, and that's a good example of it. And here is Kaka from Baker out wide to Sonny Bill, hard into the opposition's Katonambau. What a collision that was.
What a great start and attack by New Zealand though, Keith. The spread at one side of the field, Peter Aki being very strong, and Dumalele before he packs into the scrum against.
Look at this guy, all fired up, going in against Sonny Bill Williams.
Guys, you got to start in the line out. Come in.
So here they come into the line out to match up for the throw. New Zealand's, well, that's comfortably won by Dumalele. Goal line right there. And in typical Fijian 7 style, they pass it from the red zone, and they don't care how they do it. Away he goes. Kolinisau, we've seen him so often do this. He burst 50 metres out, but then kicks a crazy ball across to Liam Messam. The double Commonwealth Games gold medalist for New Zealand, back in 7s, trying to get his way into the Olympic Games. Sonny Bill Williams, tough men in the forwards, Messam, Williams and DJ Forbes. Another pass from Messam. This is Regan Ware, the youngest man in the New Zealand team, absolutely buried then by Patimo Rarugu, taken by Gillies Kaka. Were they back 10 metres? DJ Forbes flings it to his left. Kurt Baker, 3 tries in the quarter-final. He scored against Wales. That's 6 times we saw his thumbs up. They'll be hoping for thumbs up at the end of this final. So there is Sonny Bill again, taking it into contact. Ware to Forbes, and here is Aki. Oh, a beautiful sidestep by Peter Aki. This is classic stuff from New Zealand, and he's lifted the lid.
Well, Peter Aki is so abrasive, can play in the forwards, but also in the centre position. A World Cup winner for New Zealand and Russia. DJ Forwards realises where the space was, goes on the outside of Kalini South. The great footwork by Peter Araki is there for one reason, that's to snap people in half, but on this occasion he gets it done on attack.
The man up against him, Jerry Tuai, is a brilliant player, but look at the breadth, the width, whatever you call it, of these side steps from Peter.
Yeah, very hard to defend, especially when the defence is going backwards. He used his gas to get on the outside of Cleaner-Sow, and then he uses a step and he comes for a break to the sideline. He's done the start, or he's got the start New Zealand needed.
Kaka adds the conversion. That's 7-0 to New Zealand. I haven't yet mentioned it's a 10 minutes each way final, as it is all over the HSBC Sevens series matches. And there's Kalini. What a brilliant break that was. It was all going to be a try for Fiji at the other end. He made that kick across field. Here's Katonimbao. Again, trying to find wingspan. Dumalila.
Advantage.
But turnover time. Messam fast hands. Kaka. Sunnyville gets one of his trademark offloads. Mulia is into the game off the bench. New Zealand only have 3 on their reserve bench. Fiji, thanks to better injury record, have 5. Here is Rabubu.
Stop.
Well, a relieving penalty for Fiji, no doubt about that, Keith. This final has flown by. 6 minutes nearly up on the clock already, gone 10-minute halves, as you say, but Fiji needs something right now.
Jerry Tuai. Tough times back home for these Fiji players with the cyclone. Oh, there's Tuai giving his own version of sidestep. And what does the referee say about the fact that he's fallen to the deck? In comes Domalala on Regan Ware. Goal line right there. Kaka over the top. Referee has awarded a penalty for Fiji. Which way will they go? But apparently back at halfway. The tackle was okay. And here is a charge for the line.
Knock on there.
Referee has made a call there on Kalini-Sow, and before that,
I think Domalala actually went to deck on the chasing play, and I don't think you're allowed to do that, but Fiji take it quickly. Got to take your chances in the final.
And take the chances. Jerry Tuai.
Fiji did the big play. Everything's okay, I'm telling you.
Well, he's the one that made the initial break when they needed it. They were deep within their own quarter. He used the step to great effect. He kicked the ball over the top. I actually think some of the New Zealand players were conversing with the referee. They were caught off guard, so that's good recognition by that man on screen.
So Jerry Tuai has scored it. He's a 25-year-old from the Maris club. His ambitions are to become a minister of religion. The conversion is over. It's 7-all, 2.5 minutes to go till the half-time break. It's anyone's game at this stage, Carl.
Oh, most definitely, Keith. And there's the kickoff. This is where Fiji is so dangerous.
Options
gone
come
to the sideline. Domalala and Forbes resting to see which way the call has gone.
Leave him alone.
And the call has gone against Fiji. Domalala thought it was a Fiji throw-in.
And New Zealand will just take another set piece here. Fiji playing into their hands. They're all disciplined. New Zealand will slow it down.
New Zealand coach Gordon Titchens. That expression, by the way, never changes much, not even at any stage of a big one-sided victory, let alone here tonight in this kind of knife-edge atmosphere. Kaka throws beautifully. Lewis Ormond is into the game. There are more substitutions allowed these days. Here is Regan Ware. A very good run by him. Kalini-Sow's the tackler. Fast hands through to the midfield now, where Sonny Bill will try them on. And he's got one of his dispatches away. Ormond ridden down by Very Malua. There's the 22-metre strike. New Zealand coming on attack. Baker. He's caught by Very Malua. Away they go this time. Rabubu. Domalai. Katonimbao. Look at Regan Weir hanging on for dear life. Kicked away by Forbes. The old workhorse. Plenty of work still left in his tank.
I can't understand some of these decisions here at the moment. There was a Fijian player offside. They're all over the ruck. I know the frustration's written all over DJ Ford's face. You see there the indestructible man, 79th tournament. He'll break that next week in Singapore.
Coming into the half-time break.
Crouch. Fine. Okay, no, both sides, just listen.
Katonimbao, Domalai, very malua.
Okay.
On the far side ice, Katonimbao did service in Egypt in the peacekeeping.
Sit.
Okay, here comes Kalunasau. It's always dangerous when he's got the ball and running. Oh, there's another one. Slipped away, kicked heavily and lost forward. Mistakes, perhaps, due to the tiredness, the slipperiness. Exciting stuff, though. Half-time has reached 7-all here in the Hong Kong Sevens of 2016.
Well, couldn't be tighter at half-time. 7 points all. New Zealand with the early try. Fiji responding through Jerry Tuwai. Just going to go in the huddles here now and hear, first of all, from Gordon Titchens as he speaks to his
Now we can punch in sometimes, but we don't have to. It hits the time over here, we can move it. If they're not coming up, let's give it a bit more stress if you need to. We are in control of this game. The only thing that we're letting them in is our mistakes. If we lose the ball, we give them something else. If we make our decision at breakdown, point out to the referee. If he's sealing off, we can't compete. So say, hey, what's going on? And then we go butte out. Okay? So we can't go for it. Okay? Otherwise, we just keep our shape. We go forward. You do and undo us. It's our kickoff now, so just make sure we hit into the right areas. And make sure we're there. First ball, I reckon we do the second and last, and you see the goal. We go to the line, we play us in place. A good B2, the wicket, a really good B2, bang, go. Be strong. Okay, get on as one. Set,
Well, fascinating insight there. Battle between players and coaches alike. What did you make of that, Marcus?
Yeah, it's interesting. You see Gordon Titchens talking about Jerry Tuwai and how, you know, they need to close his space, and that's pretty much exactly what you need to do. You see on his try, he just does a couple of start steps and bang off the right foot. It's so difficult to defend against, but the best way is just a flat line and surrounding him.
Dan Ben seems to think Fiji are in control of this game, and if they don't make errors, then he thinks they'll be okay. Would you agree with that?
Yeah. I think Ben's telling there to keep the ball, and that's quite hard with how Fiji play. They like to throw an offload, but yeah, I mean, if you look at them compared to New Zealand in the huddle, they look really calm, really collected, and just look like they're taking everything on board. So, you know, if you're going off body language, I think back in Fiji here to sort of stay calm and keep the ball and go on and win it.
Well, there's their captain, Osea Kolinasau. So often in cup finals, he's come up with a big play. 7 points each.
Fiji.
Let's get back to Carlton Arno and Keith Quinn.
Away we go in the second half. It's the Cathay Pacific Hong Kong Sevens final for 2016. Greatly hosted here again. Privileged to be here. The final far from being decided. Look at Tuwai dancing like a middleweight boxer on the halfway line. And there's another example of some tremendous play by Kalunasau. This time it's Domalala again. Here comes Katonimbao. Still only on the halfway line. Probing though. In goes Ware. Throws him down. But has he made the space? Here's it, they come. It's with Verimalua. Kolinishau. Good play. Kunatani. Semi Kunatani. Regan Ware. Referee's whistle brings them back.
Yeah, I think a little knock on here by Morlair, I think it was. I actually thought he let it go, but desperation from New Zealand in defence. Great attack by Fiji, starting to get the offloads here. Semi Kunatani throwing out the back door. Just there, I think, Keith.
Time off.
Subs happening. There's Ware, this young man, his first season with the New Zealand Sevens team. Number 10, you'll see in the New Zealand team going into the back line is out of Hamilton Boys High, as this man is, Isaac Titamake. And this is for the season for all countries. 3 Fijians top the list: Verimalua, Tuai and Rawatha.
There's one in 5th place too, Keith. He's just playing in another jersey for Scotland. Going after Val.
That's right.
Point.
Generous players, the
Set.
Fijians, generous in spirit. Let's see how this one unfolds. Talinga is on the field. One of the most brilliant players in the last few weeks for Fiji. And there's a kick that's gone too far from Kunatani.
Geez, it was the right idea though, Keith. There was a lot of space in behind and very little defence for New Zealand. Just overcooks it a little bit. But New Zealand is used to Semi Kunatani hitting it up because he's so good at taking those physical exchanges and getting the offload. Great variation by the beast.
Make sure you stay behind him. Making sure we've got 7.
Just counting to see that Fiji haven't got an extra man on the field. There was one just crossing the touchline being subbed off. Kaka kicks. That's deflected off the hands to Tuai. Lewis Ormond is number 1. Well, there's a few mistakes coming in. We've got to challenge and compete in a final every instant, every moment of the match, especially one as tight as this. And there goes Kunatani, halfway line, sewing them up. Titamaki makes a good tackle. This time it's gone to Verimalua. Tio Tuai is on the field. Verimalua again. Tight marking by New Zealand. Tuai wide this time to Rarugu. This is dangerous. Talinga. Chipiori Talinga breaks the game open.
Well, in the end, just the weight of possession from the Fijians taking its toll. See the ball play there. Nice under the arm pass from Pio Tuai, and from there they spread it wide. New Zealand were all condensed on their far side of the field. Orman can't get across and he puts it down with authority, does Talinga.
Conversion goes through. Fiji 14, New Zealand 10. Here it is again.
Yeah, just a little dummy there, throws off the final defender for New Zealand. He's too quick, he gets on the outside. We know how fast this guy is.
Works for the corrections service. So maybe he's chasing people around the countryside for his fitness. Look at that team tries. They're well ahead for the whole season, aren't they? New Zealand back 52. Isn't quite as smooth as you might see in a textbook. Oh, maybe some of the catching isn't as well. And that one's gone forward. Advantage for Fiji. Let's see if they can collect themselves. It's a difficult ball. Slippery as a herring on a wet plate.
It was torrential rain early on today, wasn't it? But this field hasn't cut up at all, Keith. There was puddles on it earlier on this afternoon, but now strained away and given a good track for these two teams. But still, there is a lot of dew on the ground and making it very tough for these passes.
And what's your call, Carl? Still spin it to win it, as is the kind of sevens tradition.
Sonny Bill's going to come back on here, so I think New Zealand, they have to be stable at the set piece first. I think you give it to Isaac Tatamaki and let him have a go. He's the fastest player in the New Zealand team.
Come on.
Get him on a one-on-one matchup, and this is the best opportunity to do it at scrum time.
Yeah, but the Fiji guys are much bigger, and so for them to turn on the surface a wee bit treacherous, might be a bit like asking the Queen Mary to turn. It takes a little crust. In my mind, they're way above his weight, but it's a terrific addition to the New Zealand 17. He's gone to, here it is. Give him a chance to go. He's going to have a crack.
Good defence, though, from Talinga, the try scorer. He got this what we wanted.
Just a buzz around the ground now. People absorbed in these.
This one out of the park in this final.
And the kick is converted. 21, good lead now with only a minute and 20 to play. Will there be any bounce back from New Zealand?
Come on. Time off. I'll blow time on when you kick the ball. Go. Time on.
A minute to play in the final. It's caught by Williams for New Zealand. Aki. Sonny Bill having a go. That's a brilliant offload, but the forwards didn't see it coming. The referee's called a scrum.
2 knock-ons.
It's been a tough final, Carl, but it's going to go the correct way in terms of the result.
It's been physical, Keith, no doubt about that. These two teams haven't taken a backward step whatsoever. Only 27 seconds left. Maybe the clock is going to be against New Zealand, who have been gallant. Remember, they had to go to extra time in their semi-final to get over South Africa, so maybe fatigue just playing its part as well.
They had 2 periods of extra time in that semi-final. It was really tough going. And these guys are really leg weary. Not saying it's just the New Zealanders, the Fijians as well.
Not pushing straight.
Taken by Kaka. Oh, he gets hit very hard by Ravuvu. Played a good role in this one as Ravuvu. And referees awarded a penalty as the siren goes for the end of the game. There is Waisali, the Leslie Williams Trophy for the best player here, playing in the best spirit of sevens 5 times. My co-commentator Carl won it twice, and we'll see